Over here.
Yep.
Bennett,
Yes.
it's your choice. You're in the bathroom. You're at the door of the bathroom.
Oh, no, I'll go back. No, that'd be weird. Then it looks like I lied. I'm gonna have this fake pee.
You're just gonna go stand in there.
I'll see what comes out.
Do you flush
A little always comes out.
Actually, a lot comes out. You haven't peed today.
Oh,
No.
I don't even know myself.
Weird.
Well, you guys never roleplay peeing, so I just assume you have excellent bladders.
I'm constantly peeing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never roll.
You come back and you see a hefty-looking man hanging up his jacket, and he sits at his desk, and he kind of looks at you and says, "You must be one of them men who have them symbols painted on your back."
You must be Sheriff Leonard.
Sheriff Woody Leonard, pleasure to meet
Woody
you.
Leonard.
Woody.
Wow, what a name.
Where's your two friends that Mary said you had with you? I don't know why we all sound like we're from Texas, we're from Washington State, but it's a weird world up here. It's just one of those accents I can do pretty easily.
Is there a clock anywhere, like on the post office? Is there a clock?
There's no post office on the clock, no.
There's no post office on the clock. Is there a
There's no
clock?
clock on the post office either, my friend. I say, I'm following Leghorn now.
I'll start heading back anyway.
Yeah. Well, they both stepped out because they were kind of. They're trying to piece together our evening. We don't have a good recollection of it.
Do you by chance have any sort of head trauma? Have you visited Dr. Morton?
No.
Maybe we should take you to her because you have these weird symbols on your back, and if you're not remembering your night, something must have happened. Don't you agree with me, son?
That's what
Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember.
For I need to make sure that I know exactly what's happening.
May I do an intelligence check to kind of again?
No!
Okay.
I want you to remember everything you do remember without rolling dice.
Okay. So, my friends and I were heading to Portland on vacation, and we were about 6 hours out of
And where were you coming from?
California.
California, and you were driving to Portland, Oregon, which
I
is
was
south
not
of here.
driving. I was riding.
Why don't you call your friends and get them in here, please?
Don't have a phone.
I'll go to the door.
Hey guys!
Yeah. He's like, Alex! Savannah!
Can I do a listen check to see
Yeah, you
if
guys
I
can do
hear
it.
him?
I'm already on my way back.
Yeah.
I'm probably like at the on the
What
street.
is my listen? Oh yeah, pretty good. Oh, nope, just kidding. That's 96. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
No, I'm just minding my own
You,
business.
yeah, as you walk over, you see that Bennett is leaning out and shouting.
Why are you shouting?
Sheriff asked to see you.
I said I'd be back at 12. You don't have a watch.
This is my
He
friend
checks his
Alex.
wrist.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Leonard.
Hi.
I seem to have lost my accent, but I can get it back if I just talk for a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been filled in.
I actually have not. From what I heard is you guys were driving up from Carolina to get to
California.
California, thank you. Carolina.
That's it's way further away.
Way so far away. From California to get to Portland, Oregon.
That is correct.
And you guys wound up in Wyndon, Washington State.
Somehow.
Somehow. With these symbols on your back that call back to a horrible satanic ritual that occurred 12 years ago in this state.
Yeah.
Don't you at all see that might be a little bit suspicious? And you guys are just playing coy that you don't remember anything.
We don't remember anything.
And you haven't worried that because you don't remember anything, you might not have some form of head trauma, and instead you're just going around and
We came right to the police.
You came right to the police, but you asked about your car that was missing.
We might have head trauma. Our priorities aren't straight. Persuade.
I mean, that's fair. I mean,
21? 21
from
to
our
persuade
point,
him? That's a hard.
Doing what?
21 to persuade him.
About what?
That we have head trauma, so we might not be thinking straight. We may have head trauma.
He believes you anyways.
we got from our point of view, we wake up in a strange town, weird symbols on our back, nothing to our name, nothing, none of our stuff. we don't know who to trust, always right off the bat. We did once sort of when we asked about these symbols, someone got nervous. We came back to the police and said exactly what was happening.
It's totally fair. You are being on the level. I can admit to that. That is true. But the problem is, I just want to know how you found out about these symbols. If you don't know about them.
The librarian was very freaked out, and we asked him, and he said there was a fire at a church, and he said we should come back to the police and talk. So we did.
All right. If it's all right with you, I would like to hold you here. Not in the cells, just as we make some calls, figure some things out. It could be a few hours. We just need to make sure that everything's okay.
Would it be okay if I went and found my friend Savannah? She went somewhere else.
Mary, why don't you go looking for Savannah, please?
Oh.
So here's what happened. You guys know, as I've said, that there was a fire 12 years ago in a church.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
4 bodies were found.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
These symbols were painted on the walls of this church. There's one symbol missing, so obviously...
I knew it. 4 bodies, there had to be 4 symbols.
We're at a bit of an impasse.
Yes.
Who's the 4th?
Oh, that rhythm clapping is James hitting his mic against the table leg.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got busy legs. I'm just real annoying to listen to.
Yeah, but your legs are also really long.
So what we need to know is, if you guys do not know what these symbols mean, and you are just victims, who is perpetrating this against you?
Yes.
And I think it's best if you stay here so you don't come in any sort of danger.
I feel like we don't have hours.
What does that mean?
You're a very intimidating man. I'm just nervous. I'm not comfortable just sitting and waiting.
Well, let me ask you this then, and choose your answer carefully. What would you rather be doing?
You see, I'm somewhat of an investigator myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
This is good. I like this.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not
So
here. right now.
I've investigated a few mysteries of my own. Not my own mysteries, not my own making, but try to solve ancient mysteries.
This isn't gonna go
Cold
over well.
cases,
No.
perhaps, if you will.
Maybe Justin will be merciful.
I try to look for answers that may not be so obvious. Answers that may be in the occult, so to say. So I feel like I might have a keen eye for these things with all my experience. So I wouldn't mind just kind of trying to help myself, help you help me.
Again.
So what you're saying is, you're either willing to go put yourself at risk and my town at risk, researching these things that we already know all about, or you're looking to get out of here so you can go do whatever you guys want to do with these symbols. I find it really suspicious that your lives could potentially be at risk and you guys want to leave the safety of this police station. Don't you find that to be a bit suspect, my friends?
Yes.
No is the right answer.
She approaches you outside the hotel room. The deputy Whittle. She says, "Hi.
Oh, hello.
Sheriff Leonard wants to talk with you. He already has your 2 friends. They're just in the middle.
Has.
That doesn't sound good. Immediate face change.
Yeah, they're just chatting about the symbols, and he just wants to ask you a few questions.
You see, I don't know anything, unfortunately. I was...
Well, it's also for your safety. He wants to. It's best if you just come and talk with us.
I don't understand why safety is a priority about this whole situation. Is there anything more you can tell me that would encourage me to understand and maybe go with you?
Okay. So, give me the skill of your choice of what you want to do to like convince her.
Oh,
to,
fast talk,
yeah,
definitely.
I figured.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Would you like to push it?
Do it. Push it.
Push it real good.
Please.
You're under arrest.
Sure. What's the worst that could happen? I'm gonna die anyways. Yeah. Okay, I make it.
Okay. Just over a decade ago, there was a fire at the church, our church in the town.
That's what Mark said.
And there were 4 bodies found with these symbols painted on the walls of the church.
That's devastating.
And if this is true, what you said about how you woke up with these marks on you, I am personally very worried that you might be marked. And if you don't remember, that you might be marked by somebody attempting to copy what happened 12 years ago.
Okay, that is very unsettling.
So we're just worried about that, and we're trying to prevent a new disaster.
Okay. Is there more information that Sheriff Leonard would maybe give to us? You have to understand, I'm a writer. It's very important to me that I understand the story as a whole, so that I can feel comfortable dealing with the whole experience.
Yeah, give me another fast talk.
Yeah.
I feel like he was trying to fast talk me.
Let's talk.
Yeah, he's suspicious. He's always been very suspicious since that, because the man who they believe to perpetrate the thing was a very close friend of his. And ever since then, he hasn't been able to trust anything regarding this, and he's very careful and sensitive about it. If you talk with him and maybe just go along with him, even if you don't want to be kept in the police for safety, just go along with him. Maybe try to just convince him that you don't know anything and that you're not, like, nothing's going to happen. And I don't know. Maybe not, though. So, to be honest, I can't really talk about this that well. It's very close to me, too.
I understand. I don't want any trouble. I will absolutely come talk to Sheriff Leonard. Thank you so much for helping me understand.
All right. So you're saying you're some sort of digital police officer.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not saying I'm any sort of law enforcement. I'm just saying I'm a bit of a sleuth. I don't like unanswered questions, so I like to try and find those answers. I know there's masses out there who don't, so
Give me
But-
a fast talk.
I have nothing in fast talk.
That's not true. You have 5%.
74?
As you're talking, as he's thinking over what to say, Mary walks in. Oh, do you want to say something?
I did.
Go for it.
To Bennett.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
Why don't you zip your lip?
Sheriff Leonard is the authoritative body in this town.
Yes.
And we should respect what he wants us to do and what to happen. If he needs
Okay.
to make a few phone calls,
We'll let him.
we'll let him. All I'd like is to, I'm sure we'd all like, is to be informed during the thing and just let us know what is happening.
Sure.
Instead of sort of being left in the dark.
Could I ask you a question?
Mary walks in
There you
with
go.
Savannah.
Hi, Savannah.
This must
So-
be number 3. I just gotta get back into my voice. Give me a few seconds. Not enough like molasses.
Molasses, eh? It's a
I
pleasure
could-
to meet you. You must be
I'm
Sheriff,
Sheriff
Leonard.
Leonard, yes. I can respect that, sir. I want to be informed as much as you do, so I can keep you in the loop as I make a few of my phone calls.
Yeah.
I
agree. I think keeping safe. I'm also worried about this situation, as all of us.
He looks at Bennett, just kind of, and then looks back at you.
I'm like a mix of excited slash
Yes.
like really scared.
I'm sure some of it is coming out is that we are scared. A town we have no idea how we got to.
Alright, well, how about this? You can ask me a question, and then I'm going to tell you what I think our best course of action would be. So what's your question?
I actually have 2 questions now.
You've missed
Alright,
a
one
lot.
second.
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
just take a small little step at your friend. Hello. So, you also woke up with one of these symbols.
Yes, as far as I know. I mean, I was a little smudgy because I was taking a shower this morning, but
We saw it before she washed it off.
it does seem like there was a symbol on each of us. But
And I'm just going to take a few steps back. You also are going to have the story that you guys were traveling from California to Portland, Oregon, and you wound up in Wyndham, Washington State. Is that correct?
that's correct. It's very unusual that you would tell me what my story is going to be, but carry on.
I'm just, I've heard it enough that, do you have any deviations from that?
No, not at all.
Were you guys traveling with anybody else who you perchance forgot to mention?
No. We would have remembered that.
As far as I recall.
Out of game, we would have remembered if there was
Yes,
someone else in the car.
yes.
Okay, no.
As far as we
Oh, good.
recall.
We're back to 0 kilobytes a second. Thank you, Twitch.
Doom.
Ruff, ruff,
Doom.
ruff, 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 ruff.
Doom. No, we were not, for sure, not traveling with anybody on our trip.
All right.
We just I just want to say that we want to cooperate as much as we can. We want to help for our safety as well as the town's.
And I feel like we have a lot to contribute.
Maybe not initially.
Mary has explained to me that this is something that's very close to
The town.
everyone here.
Yep.
And I would like to be respectful of that. But I also would really like to understand.
I appreciate that. Now, what I may not appreciate are these 2 questions.
Bennett,
I
choose your
need,
words wisely, my friend.
I need to know.
Do you want to just ask me and I'll filter for you?
What was the 4th symbol?
Do you...
What was the 4th?
It's very similar. It was another shape with a few lines through
What was
it.
the shape? It could be important.
It was a diamond.
A diamond.
Yes.
2 triangles, diamond. Second question.
Wasn't that
Perhaps while you're making phone calls, should I go to the doctor's office?
That is actually exactly what I was going to recommend, that you take a brief visit to the doctor's office. The waiting room hours are usually pretty good at this time, but it may be an hour or so until you can get in.
And you said the doctor's name was?
Dr.
Morton.
Morton. Thank
Morton.
you.
I will be there if you need
Now,
me.
let me ask you.
Oh,
I
yes.
have one question for you guys. What do you think these symbols mean?
Honestly, I thought they were some sort of a prank, from some crazy night.
For everyone we know who was involved in this 12 years ago is dead. And the symbols have been kept very secret since then.
Sheriff, my honest opinion, I feel like this is a ritual marking.
Yes, a satanic ritual marking. I've come to the
Said
exact
that,
same.
Bennett?
Yes, we've come
How are
to
we
the...
so sure it's satanic, though?
But they burnt down a church 12 years ago.
Church doesn't necessarily mean Satan, though.
But why would anyone who does not like God, you must not like God to burn down a church. That's how Satanists work.
Agree to disagree.
Sheriff Leonard, would it be all right, since it's going to take so much time for each of us to go through the doctor's office?
Well, you can all go together. I will call Dr. Morton and say that you're all suffering similar symptoms, and maybe she can make more sense of it than I can.
So you'd make an appointment for us, essentially.
Yeah, sure. I'll call up, see what it is. She will see what she can get you.
And in the meantime, before that appointment, would it be possible for you to call over to the library to Mark, so that potentially we could go look at some of the records of what happened 12 years ago? We are directly involved, and we deserve to potentially understand what's happening to us? 19. Beat my hard. Not quite my extra.
That's what I say every night.
I'll call over. I'll tell him that you guys are good to go into the archives and look things up. Stick to this the section involving the old newspaper clippings, if you will.
Of course. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. When's our appointment?
Appointment will be at 4:00 p.m.
Great.
Sounds good. We will be there.
All right. And
Watch.
No, but it's okay.
did you guys leave the police station?
Yeah.
I guess so.
As you do, Mary catches up with you,
Oh.
and she taps you on the shoulder.
Okay.
Ooh, Jason.
When you get downstairs, there is a small section that's closed off for old police files and police reports because we don't have a lot of storage here. If you use this key, you'll be able to access it down in the basement.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you.
Just bring it back and don't tell.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Slip it in a pocket.
She then sets back inside.
Let's go to the library.
Mark does agree to let you down.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Let's study up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
um,
What are we looking for? I guess we start at the day it happened. Go through the newspaper archives, and see.
so yeah, there's a lot of options. I want you guys to tell me what you're going to look in. You also have to log your log access to the public archives.
What does that mean?
Just there's a little book you have to write, sign each of your names in, when you're out, yada yada yada.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What are you guys going to look for?
I want to look through the newspaper clippings from 12 years ago for the fire.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna more targeted. I'm gonna try to find obituaries, like, you know, within the time frame of the investigation of like
Sure.
4 people,
Sure.
you know, who may have died in that fire.
You don't think it would have been big news with all their names in it?
Oh no, police don't usually release victims like that.
For a small town, yes,
Usually people know who died, but sure.
All right, well, I'm the investigator and you're the journalist, so
You're right.
This says aliens are real. What are you looking for?
Oh. I want to look up newspaper clippings before the fire, if there was anything on the church and
Sure.
or the people that passed away.
Sure. Why don't you guys give me a library use?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
30.
Wow, you did it.
I did it.
I definitely did.
11.
I nailed
Wow.
that.
Nope.
All right. You find nondescript. There's not much about this town before this moment. Like before that was like the big news. So everything before there, you feel like you could scour it and nothing shows
Okay.
up.
13 cabbage heads sold at market.
You find the notable obituary for
Yeah.
3 unknown individuals.
Yes. 3 unknown.
Individuals,
Okay.
as well as Marcus Whittle. I think that was his name. I forget it already. I didn't write it down.
We knew that already. Well,
Yeah, Marcus Whittle.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Who they keep it vague and just as like stuff like that. Respected member of the community turned back against church, Satan, stuff like that.
So he was the
there.
one who they think.
No, they know did the fire.
Oh, how did? Obviously, they're not going to release the details of their investigation.
They know enough to like. But they're just like, yeah, that's it.
Was he a police officer?
Okay.
No.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Well, do they? Is there any notes on Marcus Whittle? What he?
No, not really about what he did. Let me just think for a little bit.
I have a follow-up question. Can I tie Marcus Whittle to that radio tower at all through my?
Tie him? He's dead. Just kidding.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, one second.
Maybe he's still
No
alive.
worries.
Whittle was one of the families that helped found the town of Wyndon.
What's his relation
Can't
to
trust him.
Detective Whittle?
Father.
Oh, spicy.
And she became
Detective-
a police officer.
What?
Father of Mary Whittle.
Oh, father of Mary Whittle. Gotcha.
And you were looking for...
Just general articles about the fire 12 years ago.
Yeah, there was a fire. The 3 unknown bodies and the body of Marcus Whittle believed to be in cohort, like a group that burned down the church in a satanic ritual against the wonder of God.
Cool.
They can be very biased in this newspaper. It's a small town newspaper. Yeah.
Great.
Follow up. Did they release the genders of the victims? Do we know? Was it man, woman?
It was man, woman.
Spicy.
Plus Whittle.
Plus Whittle.
So
man, woman. Guys, it's taking up so much time.
But we're learning things.
We are learning things.
Shall we
Can you guys
check?
give me listen checks?
Yep.
Nailed it.
Forget what my listening is.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
You guys want the same thing?
Yeah, I
Better
got
listening
it.
skills. Oh, totally.
22. As you guys, you ignore it at first, but as you guys are searching, you hear the sound almost like 3 heavy prongs being dragged across stone, like metal prongs, just
Upstairs?
no,
Same level?
same level.
Creepy.
Where?
You can't. It's like you don't really like you notice it, but you don't really like become aware of it until you're like, wow, I've been hearing this for like the last 45 minutes.
Okay, now that I've been hearing it for the last 45 minutes,
it sounds like it's coming from the hallway.
I'm gonna go look.
Do you
I'm gonna go look in the hallway.
Okay.
It's empty.
Is there any other doors?
Oh, there's tons of doors for various sections. There's also still the locked police section that you were told not to go into.
They don't know. Well, they do know about it. They were standing right next to me.
Should we go into the police section? and
Yes,
search
we
there?
should. We absolutely should.
I guess.
We're running out of time. We're burning daylight. We gotta.
Okay, calm down. Level heads.
You're right.
Let's go find the door.
What do you think the diamond means?
Not important right now.
But they didn't say how many lines were
Not
through the diamond.
important right now.
But
How is a diamond different from a square?
if we're
Asking those hard questions.
Okay, I'm gonna go find the door.
I do have one question about the symbols though that you did bring it up though.
What?
Are these the 3 symbols of the victims and then the diamond's the one of Whittle?
Well, that I think
They
is the
said-
assumption.
They
were
said
on,
these were in the church
they
and
were
not on the
on the
victim.
walls.
Yeah.
They
They
were
were
on
on
the
them.
victims.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta go to the police file to look up the crime scene photos to see what we can correlate. Yeah.
I like that. Let's do that.
Yeah, I like it too.
I think that's
open the door carefully.
like should
Come
we
on,
all
we open it- we
go?
open it-
Should we
What?
all go in case someone comes downstairs?
Good
think
point.
2 of us
I'll
should
go.
I think
You
we-
are not going.
I think me and Savannah should go.
I have the best.
No, you should keep looking at newspaper clippings and
Why?
the other room. We're
But I've got an eye for these things. I've staked my reputation and my financials on this.
we will share information with you, we promise.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Bennett, you have a very important job.
I know.
If Mark comes downstairs,
Yeah.
you have to ask him about those symbols. He hasn't told us any information. Very important job.
Okay.
Great. Let's go.
Is it labeled?
It is, yes.
Can I check other doors on my way over?
They all open. This is the only
Oh.
one that's locked. They're just more like, there's like some stuff about like agriculture, like things.
Just
there's some
different
seed
rooms.
samples, right?
I'm
This is an
gonna
archive.
keep listening the whole time and see if.
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't. You hear nothing right now.
Okay.
May I, in my sleuthing, do a history check to kind of piece together the growth of the town when that radio tower may have cropped
Yeah,
up?
definitely. So what you can do library use, and
Okay.
you guys can do library uses.
Can I help her?
No, you can just make your own.
Oh. This is gonna fail, but-
No, I'll push it though.
Sounds
I
good.
feel like I'm on something.
Didn't make it. But he did.
He did.
Amazing.
Wow.
I even got my epic. Got my super
No.
hard.
Your extreme.
No.
I got my
No.
extreme, didn't I? Because that's 10. Yeah, I got my extreme.
Nice.
Nice
20,
job.
10, 5.
Amazing.
How much can you push?
I think it's 4. Your extreme is 4. It's divided by 5.
Doesn't
right?
matter. Still got it.
Divided by 5.
Yeah.
It's divided.
It's 1/5.
But I mean, you still got it.
You still got it. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
Okay, we're gonna first start with you, Bennett. You hear the sound of 3 metal prongs being scraped across the ground.
Close by?
Yeah, outside the door.
hello?
So glad we split up.
And I have to go through that door to get upstairs, right?
Yeah.
What do you see?
Oh,
look.
I'm not gonna go look.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around the room quickly for like a makeshift weapon.
Go for it.
I'm
good at
not.
that.
Yeah, I'm not good at this. 52 for spot hidden. 50 failed. Fuck, I'm panicking.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Okay.
You're holding a book in your hand.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
holding a book in your hand. It deals 1d4 minus your damage bonus.
Okay.
Sorry, 1d2.
Shit. Can I? I don't know what the Latin would be for it, but I'm kind of gonna panic. I'm gonna in Latin be like, "Hail Satan."
Go for it.
Oh yeah, 13. Whew, made it hard.
Yeah, you say Hail Satan?
Yeah, in Latin.
In Latin?
Alright, we're going to just take a small little break to these people. And you come across, as you're looking through the police files,
Yep.
you find notably crime scene photos. 4 bodies. Can you give me a spot hidden on both of those?
Both of what?
The pictures.
Oh, probably not. Oh,
Oh!
yes! I
Nope.
so can.
I didn't get it.
So as you're looking through the pictures and you're taking your time, and you guys are really taking your time with this, you notice
Okay.
that there are 4 walls of the church, 4 symbols. But you notice that in a few pictures as you're going through, the walls are still standing, the ceiling is caved in. And but you notice that underneath chunks of the ceiling, you kind of become aware of what looks like a similar lines of paint sticking out from pieces of the rubble.
There's
So
a fifth
just-
symbol, potentially.
You guys also find that there was, while after the event, they searched Marcus Whittle's home. And you found a piece from, well, you got a 4, right? So
I
you
got a
find
4. Yeah.
both of these
Nice.
pieces.
Oh.
I'm going to read them out first. So, 10-3-06. 5 beacons linked to others. I have not found enough who are willing, so I will dig for those who are. 11-18-06. The ritual faltered. It seems they must be living. This will be remedied. I long to hear the voice again. 12-10-06. 4 symbols. 4 symbols of 4 souls. This should be enough. This will be enough. 12-14-06. It's time. The other thing you find is from seems to be another journal entry that was earlier in, and another page that was photocopied. It says, "The stars will speak again. The alignment comes without repetition, as what guides the stars themselves is fickle on December 14th, 2006. 5 pieces are required. 5 segments of the star that connect to provide the line that will catch its attention. It once spoke with us, it once directed us, now it is time for us to be guided by its whispers again. I will not hesitate." Underneath that, written on the photocopied piece of paper in another font, another handwritten font says, "I continue to learn from you, we almost have enough."
Oh.
We're going to take a break for YouTube.
Oh, yeah.